Hello Year 9 and welcome to your 2-point perspective workshop for product design. Today, as I've just said, we'll be working on our 2-point perspectives and you will need a piece of paper, a pencil, a ruler and a rubber. The first thing you're going to want to do is take your piece of paper. Excuse me, I also have to play with the light. Take your piece of paper, you can have it any direction you want. Mine is landscape, so it fits into the frame. And you're going to want to draw a line. I'm going to draw mine 15 centimetres. And then I'm going to mark halfway through it at 7.5. This is your horizontal line. And it's a key part of when you're drawing perspective. If you think back to year 8, you'll have briefly covered this. What you then going to want to do is you want to go to where you've marked halfway and you're going to draw a vertical line. And this is a key help with a 2-point perspective, as it allows you to figure out where your angled lines need to start and end. So you want to label that vertical line. And because we're doing point perspective, you're going to have 2 vanishing points. Vanishing point 1 at the left hand side of your horizontal line and vanishing point 2 on the right. Next, you're going to draw mark on your vertical line even, you're going to mark either side of your horizontal line. They don't have to be equidistant, just either side. I'm going to do one this bit further away. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to connect this mark to my vanishing point there and to my vanishing point on the other side as well. Do it for the top one. And we now have a diamond shape. The reason we draw in 2-point perspective is to show multiple sides of a building. So what I'm going to do, or an object, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to mark a horizontal line just to the side of where I was earlier. So I've got one face, and then I'm going to mark about the same distance on the other side. What I can then do is take my rubber and rub out, not my vertical line, that was a bit of a mistake, but my horizontal line. And what we've got there is a 2-point perspective shape. So we're showing 2 sides. You can practice this as many times as you want. I'm going to show you what happens if you do it further away from your horizontal line on either side. I'm going to speed that section up, but you can replay that as many times as you need to get a hang of this. So on your page should be something like this. We are showing various 3D objects from different perspectives. So we've got one as if we were looking up at it, so we can see the bottom of the object and the two sides. This one we're looking kind of straight on as if it was at eye level. So we can just see if say this was a street, this would be one side of the building and this would be the other. And the bottom one is more as if we're looking down at it. And this would be quite nice if you were trying to show the top of your design. So if you were maybe drawing or designing a building that had a grass roof, this would be a really nice way of being able to show that grass roof. What you could do is you could get a green pencil and then you could shade this green and you could illustrate some other wildlife on there, and then to contrast it, say if this was your station, you could say this was draw some vertical lines. Say these were glass panels either side of an open area. You get a blue pencil and you could add some colour there. So this is how we're going to use it in our project, is to show the different elements or the different directions of our design. And we're going to go more into rendering later on. But what you could do quickly, if you guys are waiting for people to finish during the lesson, is just add some more kind of angled lines, and this would help you with, say if the side of this had wooden rendering on instead of glass, you could do that with a pencil, or even if it was concrete you could shade that in with a bit of pressure and changing it as you went. So that is how we're going to use it as we go on throughout the term. So now we've got our basic shapes down, we are now going to draw a slightly more complex one. But same thing as before, we're going to start off with a horizontal line. It's about 15 centimetres long. I'm going to mark the middle. We have two vanishing points, one at either end, and I'm going to label them VP1 and VP2. And I'm going to have a vertical line. This can be, you can sketch this a bit lighter. And the next bit is going to be slightly sped up, but you can always rewatch it as and when you need to.